And we are back with more of this. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Anyway, you thread your way back through the trees of... Or it's gone. Alright, it's gone. Whatever, I don't care. That's what she has to say about everything. So she has an introspective look on her face. At the sound of your approach, she turns to face you. Thank you for your help. And for Stellar, I can't have done it without you. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. After the things we saw in there, I'm not surprised. Go ahead, I'm listening. What did you have to do with the cultists that we rescued? Did you send them to Samuel? No, he has enough to worry about keeping the people of the Crew Bazaar safe. Those kids we rescued, they've been damaged by Harrower's philosophies. We can get better, but it's going to take time. Trying to integrate them into our society too quickly would be dangerous. So where did they go? Took them to the talismonger, Algernon. He said that he knew a place where they could get help. It won't be easy for them or quick, but they'll get better in time. Harrower got away just like you said he would. Yeah, and he's already putting distance between himself and the Shadowrun forest. Well, how do we go about tracking him? Finding Harrower is going to be a full-time job. I can't track him down while we still have a great dragon hanging over our heads. After we dealt with the Vauclair and the Firewing, I'll devote myself wholeheartedly to finding the bastard and finishing this. For now, we need to keep our eyes on the road ahead. We didn't see Marta after she ran off. Do you think she's okay? I don't know. I don't even know if I want her to be. She was the first person I ever really loved, but that doesn't make it for all the pain that she caused. Harrower did a hell of a job on her. If she is alive, she probably still thinks that she was saving the kids and that she lured the first stone. I feel sick just thinking about it. Let's talk about something else, so I'm not do all this if you don't have to. That's all my questions. Thanks for having time to talk. Anytime. Thanks again. I meant that. Just talk about what happened to the engineer. Great, I'm ready to go wherever you are. So the engineer was working for a secret society. I wasn't expecting that. Neither was I. Part of me was still having trouble believing it, but it's true. Yuli wasn't lying. I could see it in his eyes. Been able to do any digging on Winter Night? No, there isn't much reliable information out there. Where these guys are, they're very good at information control. None of my contacts could find anything but a rumor and conjecture. Most of that is too crazy to even consider. Well, how crazy are we talking here? Completely insane. Stories about magical nukes and the end of the world, Fenris shamans, Ragnarok, that kind of thing. She shakes her head. Like I said, nuts. A lot of crazy things going on in this world. Doesn't mean they're not real. She nods slowly. Yes, there are, and no it doesn't. But this is just too far out for me to accept. It's more likely that they released these stories themselves to throw people off whatever they're really doing. Anyway, we stopped them cold and shat nest. Whatever their business is, whatever it was going to be, those crates the engineer was having shipped there, it isn't our problem anymore. The Crew Bazaar is safe, on that front at least. Yeah, and we got you to thank for that. And you don't downplay what you did back there. Anyway, you shouldn't let it go to our head. We shouldn't let it go to our heads. Still have the dragon to worry about. Left that room, search for some clues. The engineer told you something that pushed you over the edge. I know the bitch said a lot of things. What of it? What do you think? I want to know what he told you. With all due respect, it's none of your business. Isn't it? You beat the tar out of that man because of what he told you. As your team leader, I need to know what happened. It takes her a long time to respond. When she does, her voice carries the tone of resignation. You really want to know? Alright, fine, I'll tell you. Told me that a bunch of Polish towns that my unit swept for syndicate activity. Told me about how the mob poured back in right after we left and what they did to the people who'd accepted our help. Told me about the beatings, the rapes, the killings, killing rooms, and the torture and worse. He relished in describing it, the relentlessness, hideous barbarism of it all. All meant to teach some other sort of lesson. I think that the coolest part of this entire story is people that they didn't need a lesson in how terrible the life could be. They live with that every day. Yuli seemed to find this all hilarious. Yeah, I know. He was pushing my buttons on purpose, and yeah, I know he was trying to make me lose control. But to hell with it. He deserved a good beating. Yuli didn't pull any punches, so I didn't pull any punches. If you got a problem with that, you can go get fucked. I'm in. I feel like saying this one down here. My problem isn't with Yuli getting punished. It's the fact that you let him play you. Maybe, but I can't ignore the possibility that he wasn't playing me. These things did happen. That they'd be a bitter pill to swallow. Leave things where they stand, there'll always be some hope of what he was lying. But if I dig into this and find out what he was telling the truth, and find out that none of that what we did meant anything, you just leave it like this. Question mark? I know you're eager. You're too strong to run from the truth. I'm not running from anything, fearless leader. I'm going to look into this whenever it leads me, but I'm not going to do it today. You're ready to start looking, you can call me for help. I got your back, Eager. I know, and I'm glad. Awesome. Now let's change this tack. Is there anything else you get run over? If you have any thoughts, I want to hear them. Any chance to play with that rifle that you got from Engineer's Stash? Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of engineering. Shoots straight, has good stopping power, holds a big magazine. A really nice gun. Mentioned a bunch of aftermarket mods when we found it. You figured out what they do yet? Just one. It can tag a chamber round with an RF transmitter. After the round hits the target, the transmitter pings the designated channel, broadcasting the target's exact location to anyone listening in. In layman's terms, you can use this thing to mark a target. There's cyborg that does that thing, and deckers do it all the time. But this is the first time I've seen this kind of functionality on a rifle. Not bad at all. Agreed. I've been reluctant to cart an AR along with me until now. In my opinion, the added mid-range stopping power just didn't justify the trouble of carrying another big bullet weapon in the field. Being a walking arsenal is fine and good, but it's also noisy and cumbersome, and those two things that every sniper tries to avoid. This thing, though, this adds enough utility that I think it's worth the extra weight. I'll find a way to make it work. So, Eager, thanks for the talk. Well, not right now. But, sit. Play dead. But, still feel like if I keep telling him to play dead, he'll eventually get it. I don't know why, but I do. There are messages. Should lens BBS. What are the keywords? Just pay data. Nope. All right. I know nothing's gonna be there, but I'm gonna check the magic shop anyway because I don't know. Feels like the right thing to do. Anything to say? Nope. I feel like that's new, but it's possible that it couldn't be. No new armor. Yep. Like I knew. But I had to check anyway, because, you know, Alright, I've been putting off this as technology thing for long enough. Let's do it. Assemble a team and travel to the OTK international offices to tap night errant communications in preparation for your run against as technology. You. Really want to take you, but I mean, only room for one mage on this team. Why did it take me so long to say that? I guess I'm just a dumb. Right. Whatever. OTK International is a small-time software developer, and it shows the company's main office is crammed up against the back wall of massive shared office park, surrounded by competing businesses and larger corporations. A steady trickle of dead-eyed wage slaves flow in and out of the complex. The office park's main entrance is overflowing with hired security, but your forged keycard gets you past them easily enough. A few minutes later, you're walking the winding corridors towards OTK International. You're only a few smashed computers away from putting Amsel's plan into motion. Yay! I used up all my health kits. I don't remember this. And I'm glad though, not a whole lot I actually do remember from last time, so you know, is what it is, I suppose. Like that. All right. So what karma I got? 2 karma available. See if I can get that one. I'm gonna get my body up to get more hit points. Decisions. Passing through the main doors of OTK International, you find yourself in a stretch of industrial hallway. Apparently, the company is too small to warrant such amenities as a lobby or greeting area. The rest of your team is waiting for you at OTK side entrance. Outside the office park and beyond the reach of building security. Letting them in should be as easy as opening a service door. Past the open door, you see a middle-aged wage slave working at a console. His back is functioning, facing the doorway. He doesn't seem to have noticed you. Sneak up behind him. Creeping up towards the wage slave, he's so engrossed in his work that he doesn't seem to be aware of anything else. So we're halfway across the room, the wage slave body tenses. He begins to turn in his seat. Wait for him to turn around. The wage slave turns and blinks. Who are you? How the hell did you get in here? Look of confusion on his face disappears, replaced by suspicion. His hands reach towards the red laundry button on his desk. Sorry I startle you. I was just another wage slave. I wasn't expecting anyone else here this late. Never seen you before. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to call security. Launch yourself at him. Before he processes what's happening, you're on him. You know, if I had picked up... You know, stun bolt was right there. Too late now. Monobolt! Practice ease, you pull a torrent of energy from the astral plane, shaping it with force. Your will, it splits second, murderous bolt of raw power materializes and slams into the waveslave's chest. He's dead before he hits the floor. Glancing at the waveslave's troubled body, you assess your handiwork. If you didn't know any better, you could almost swear he was asleep. Your magic passed through the waveslave's body without a trace, attacking his essence, but leaving his flesh unharmed. Wrong place, wrong time. Happens to the best of us. I got a karma for that? Before he's well kept, the papers are stacked neatly and the drawers are closed and the terminal shut off. Search the drawers. Contents of the drawers make it clear that this is a desk belongs to a supervisor of some sort, Mr. Stephen Williams, according to the named plate. Found plenty of employee performance evaluations, scheduled upcoming meetings and deadlines, and other decidingly uninteresting files and papers. One of the top drawers, however, is locked. I say the locked drawer. The drawer appears to be secured with some sort of electronic lock. The desk itself, however, looks relatively flimsy. You might be able to force the drawer open. Examine the lock further. There's no visible keyhole, no input pad, and no card reader. The lock must be controlled through a computer terminal. Leave the drawer alone. Turn on the terminal. The terminal boots up quickly. Attempt to log in. Pages have been labeled, need to be blocked by their hand. They're locked. Wide range gridded namesake, which corners note Lucy B Day Tuesday. Do not forget. Bookshelf is neatly organized. On the upper shelf is a framed picture of a young blonde girl with braces and a huge smile stretching arc across her face. The calendar hung on the wall pointed June 29th has been scribbled on half a dozen times. Alright. Unlock the drawer. Sharp click to sound magic release, and drawer pops open. Amongst various other items in the locked drawer, you find a supervisor's ID badge. Cool. June 29th. You know, between reading that for the first time and getting on the computer, my mind for some reason thought that was June 24th. Did I say June 24th or did I say June 29th? For the life of me, I cannot remember. I kind of feel like an idiot. Which I guess, you know, retrospect, it's normal. I am an idiot, so. Yay, I got my team. Oh, Jesus! Staring in the hallway, janitor, a tired-looking woman in her mid-30s. She's staring at you, her eyes are wide with surprise. You can't help but notice the alarm panel set into the wall behind her. You flicker. With the flick of her wrist, she could easily make your job infinitely more complicated. Oh, excuse me, you startled me. With a visible effort, she smiles and attempts to regain her composure. Working late, huh? You know, it's close to product launch. We basically live here now. You're telling me I had to step over 3 of you guys tonight. She shakes her head. Can't be comfortable sleeping under those desks. The mom in me wants to get you blankies, but I don't think management would approve. Her eyes pass from your teamwork, then locks you. Who are your friends, by the way? They don't look like employees. QA testers, contractors. Bring them in to do some last-minute works. First I've heard of it. Janitor shrugs her body relaxing from a look on her face. You can tell that her mind is already yours. Well, you know better than I do, I guess. Well, step right on in and head to Mandy in reception. She'll get you logged into the system, then you can clock in and out. Janitor smiles warmly. Hey, what's your name? How helpful you've been. Oh, I'm Jesse. Jesse Sanders. Pleased to meet you. I'm sure I'll catch you around. You sure will, Jesse. We're decking in. Alright. Oh boy. Hide! Aha! Alright. Seemed a bit wasteful if you ask me, but what do I know? Haha! That's right, I flanked you! Alright, well. Tried to get cheeky with it, but looks like my Overwatch score is going up no matter what, so I'm just gonna leave. Nope, alright. Oh, this restricted area. Show me your ID now. Yeah, right here. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. We're clear to be here, but stay where I can see you and don't leave this room. Don't worry, I won't. You know, I feel like I'm getting towards the end of the game. I feel like I should have got my third AP by now. Oh boy. No. Really? Yeah! I'll escape in just a second. I gotta check this area out first. Damn. Come on. We're missing. Yay. A winner is me. Ground Control Center. Well, time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail. U-bound ride home is smooth and uneventful. The high-ups at OTK International must be scrambling to try and recover their losses. It's only a matter of time before they make a call. And AMSOL compromised data is uploaded to Knight Errant's comlinks. Going to be rolling in S technology with one hell of an advantage. Not bad for a night's work. I say. Well, I don't know if I play this again sometime within recent memory. I'll should remember to bring Stunbolt along with me. Vigilance. Boost bay data. Alright, job well done as usual. The plan has worked swimmingly, I might add. I'm already patching into the Night Errant comm system. If and when summon the high threat response team, I will know it. As soon as you're finished resupplying, I'd recommend heading directly into the Jewel District. Jewel District? Commercial district shared by a variety of competing corporate interests. As technology controls the largest share of the district, including the major utilities that serve it. You will find the facility that you'll be raiding there. Consider the level of security that As Technology is running, and I wouldn't count on medical evac being available for this run. In fact, I'd bet against it. That means if anyone falls unconscious in here, they'll be buried or the building collapses. Obviously, you can't let that happen. I'd suggest stocking up on medical supplies before leaving the crew bazaar. No medevac on this run. Got it. One last thing. Frau Merler sent me a message while you were on the OTK run. She says that when you reach the sub-basement of the facility, you will find the security door. This door's mag locks can be opened via voice recognition system. Apparently, Frau Merler surreptitiously? Yeah. According to your meeting, she claims that she added your voice print to the As Technology database. What does that mean for me? Your client is to be believed you'll have the necessary access to open that door. The rest of your team, however, will not. When you reach the door, I'd recommend grouping up. Only you can open it, and there's no saying what you'll find on the other side. Frau Miller didn't tell her? Didn't tell you? Unfortunately, no. Since your meeting, her message has been erratic. Truth is not sure that she knows, but she was very clear about one thing. You're going to have to get past the door to reach the generators. Go on now, let's check with your eyes on. I'm on it. Medical supplies. Alright. It's open for med pack 3s, but I guess you don't have any. Alright. Screw it, never mind. Yay. Let's do this. And that's great. And that's technology secret door that only I can get behind. You just know there's going to be horrible blood mage demons back there that are just going to swarm and attack me left and right. Alright. Technology, a giant in the world of technological and magical research, one of the most powerful and feared corporations on the planet. There are very few places in this world that the tendrils of Taz technology cannot reach. Germany is no exception. The black glass edifices of the Azi Pyramid dominate the courtyard, and the Citadel Spandu, and countless other more innocuous facilities can be found all over Berlin. The lab that maintains the Jewel district is one of these, according to their client. The project that Azis are working on here is dangerous. So dangerous that she's paying you to bring down the entire building down. Yes, bring down the entire building down. Talking is something I cannot do, apparently. Ooh. Good. Back where I started. The URL district is everything your client made it out to be. Corporate complexes of all descriptions crowd into one another, competing for their district's limited space. The control sector, service island and controlling district sector Berlin. Light burns in all of the windows, but the streets stand empty. No shoppers, no pedestrians, nothing but silence. Quiet out here. A friend of mine did a job here once. Told me that the local wage slaves are all issued efficiency apartments deep inside the compound. Apparently the buildings are all linked up to an underground tram system. Bed to cubicle in less than 5 minutes. Most days the poor bastards don't even get to see the sunshine. This ain't living. It's a slow death. I just don't get wage slaves, man. Really don't. Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Drachenwalden Reiter. Actually, this is an open request for research data from the S Technology Jewel District branch. The Azis conduct their business in secrecy. They use their money and power to obscure the truth. We will uncover the secret. We will share with the world. We will level the playing field between Edge Technology and its competitors. The timely delivery of this information will be rewarded. Freedom of quality information, Drachenwalden and Reiter. Still have no idea how to say that. Oh god, this asshole again. Comment crackles with static. A moment later, the sonorous voices of Luca Dur begin speaking into your ear. Hello again. I have an opportunity for you. You're in that technology facility, yes? Well, that facility is also home to an executive, a small man who foolishly believes he is beyond our reach. In this, he is mistaken. We would like you to deliver a message to this effect. What kind of message are we talking about here? The vocal kind. It's really quite simple. All that we want you to do is whisper the phrase into his ears. We pleased the Project Vincent is going so well. If you want to embellish the fact that he is receiving this message, it is the one place where he feels the most secure. We wouldn't stop you. And that's all there is to it. A simple job, but an important. We've already marked your target's current location on your PDA. With great faith in you, please do not disappoint us. Alright. Only buzzes, there is a clicks and connection. A moment later, Paul Amsel begins to speak. Alright, the S Technology Complex is just in front of you. You'll note the heavy security posted on the front door. It's S Technology employees. They're dangerous, to be sure, but you can probably take them without too much difficulty. Fortunately, the Avians have contacted Knight Errant to protect this facility. They're the ones we need to worry about. Just to reiterate, we want to keep a low profile on this run. Get in and get out as quickly as possible. Knight Errant keeps a high response team on site. We don't even want to tangle with them. Trust me on that. You think? If you not get out, go loud, give it everything you've got, you're going to reduce the building to a smoldering crater anyways. But I'd highly recommend stealth over the frontal assault. Thanks for the heads up. No problem. If I were you, I'd begin trying to find an alternate path into the building, something out of sight. Once the facility calls for help, you're going to be on a timetable. I agree. What have we here? LTG tech coveralls are smeared with sweat and grime. A scowl is plastered across her face. She takes a quick glance at you and then turns back to her work. Unless you're here to help me fix this panel, you'd better stay the hell out of my hair. Otherwise, I'll call security and have them drag you out of here. Let's take a look at the panel. Cleveland shows her the problem, 2 mismatched connections. Hey, you're right. She looks at you, the scowl on her face, from her face. She doesn't look happy either. Look, I really appreciate the help, but I have to do this myself. I'm already way behind, and the corporate's going to have my ass. We don't get it done before lunch. Well, good luck with that. Right here. So the calf shop looks like it's closed. Dang it. Aha! Human and a dwarf, both in their early 20s, stand huddled in the courtyard. They don't seem to notice your approach. It's been gone a long time, Mira. I'm getting worried, aren't you? It's my girlfriend, Heinrich. Of course I'm worried. She can handle herself. On the streets, yeah, but against the Azzies, I just don't know. She'll be okay. Brave words, but her tone tells a different story. It's a pain. It's plain as day that she is worried sick. Oh man, I don't know what to do, Mira. I'll say messing with the Azzies was a bad idea. What else were we supposed to do? The compound there is laid up like a goddamn Christmas tree. We got more power than they know what to do with. We need that juice, Heimer. Our solar collectors are garbage. If we can't keep the lights on after a few days of cloud cover, how do you think we're going to survive the winter? I know, Mira, I know, but we can't just bought some second-hand panels. They can't be that expensive. We could have, sure, before Daddy spent our last handful of Neon on those forged keycards. She'll be fine. She'll be back any second now. Just you wait. Hey, what do you want? We're here to go do it up against Az technology, huh? Could you two of us help us? Could you do some help us? Sounds like your friend had gotten herself into some trouble. We'll be fine. We don't need it to you, stranger, but you need our business, so just go away, all right? Have a nice day. Mira, look at her. That's a professional. She can help us. Take a step towards you with her arms wide. Please, ma'am, we do need your help. She just doesn't want to admit it. It's bad for the Azzies. I'm good. It's good for me. I'll help you out. Well, thank God, and thank you too. Give her the spare key card that Danny brought us. She's going to fix this for us. She can see the mistrust on her eyes, but after a moment, the hesitation begins to fish her. Finally, she produces this thick plastic key card. She hands it to you. This will get you into the utility tunnel. Danny went down there about half an hour ago. She said she'd be back in 10 minutes. Find her for us, okay? Please bring her back safe. Alright. We spent a fair amount of money on the utility hatch, plastered with an anti-tampering warning to prove it. Closer look. Curious inspection shows that the hatch has been mag-locked, a fairly sophisticated model from the looks of it. She's using an authorized key card. There's no way you're getting past that thing. Insert the key card. You let the maglock changes from red to green. There's an audible thunk, and the hatch pops open, revealing a ladder leading down to this utility tunnel below. Let's do this! Lock appears to be short-circuited. Makes sense to me. You see a size up scene playing out in front of you. An elf dressed in the same shabby chic clothing that the cafe kids were. Danny, cornered with no place to run, a pair of technology drones closing in for the kill. The drones are low grade, but they're armed with Danny's hands are empty. She's in trouble and she knows it. The futility of her situation is written all over her face. An instant later, the drone's sensor alerts them to your presence. They spin in unison facing. Intrusion detected. Weapons detected. Lethal force authorized. Danny's eyes widen as she hits the deck. Panic spills out of her scream. Look out! Aha! Not expecting that, were you stupid drones? Was not expecting this either. Yeah. Right. Danny looks up at you looks you up and down, then she's finished sizing you up. She puts her hand on her hips and smiles. Thanks for the rescue. It takes a pair to bring a weapon into Azzy's territory. Everyone knows they shoot you first if you're packing. I wouldn't have risked it. Heinrich and Mira sent me. They're worried about you. Oh, Heinrich worries about everything. Price of being a dad, I guess. Mira's got faith in me, though. Anyway, yeah, I'll admit it. I got in over my head, but only little. The drones wouldn't have shot me. I wasn't armed, but I wasn't looking forward to spending the next week in Azzy interrogation cell. I've heard stories. Stories are true. She shakes her head. You have no idea how lucky you are. If they'd taken you, you'd have spent the rest of your miserable life wishing you'd been shot. I'll take your word for it. I'm not planning on making a habit of this. So that's the side of a power conduit with a smile. And I shouldn't need to. The tap's all hooked up and ready. Impressive. Heinrich wasn't convinced that you could pull it off. Yeah, well, it's amazing what you can teach yourself to do when your livelihood depends on it. Yeah, that looks pretty solid connection. Nice soldering job, those connectors there. I'd say you're good to go. You know, Chief, we could use this setup to our advantage. Wouldn't be too hard for me to manufacture a power spike from here. We could overload the Azzy's power grid without disabling generators, safely overrides it. It wouldn't cause any permanent damage, but that confusion might give us opening to get into the building. Your call, of course. Just thought I should bring it up. Well, hold up. If you do that, they'll trace it. As technology will find the power tap, they come down on us. I can make it worth your while. But you can't. There's nothing you can give us that would make up for what you're talking about. So please, just drop it, okay? Needs may outweigh the needs of the few. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Well, utility tunnel begins to flicker when the wink out. Emergency lights flick on, washing in red. Danny looks horrified. You monster! Now the Azzy's going to kill us all. Not if I kill them first. Screw you! I hope you all burn in hell. There she is. Manny wheels on her cheeks strained with tears. She points the delicate finger at you. God damn you heartless bastards. Why'd you do it? You know we can't fight the Azzies. You know what they're going to do to us. Say, Chief, if you wanted me to, I could probably set things right for these kids inside the facility. If I toss the Azzies utility logs, there's no way they'd have traced the power to spike back to this conduit. You can do that? Sure. Wouldn't be a big deal. Used to do it all the time back in the Dragon Kype. Call though, Chief, obviously. Sure, why not? We'll make sure you're taken care of. Wait, tossing the logs won't be enough. They might not know where this power split came from, but they'll still have questions. She's right, they'd come poking around. We could still wind up on the hook for this. We went to plant false evidence surge came from over the grid, though. That might do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Will we be good? Yeah, well, of course, I was going to do that. It's just, you know, I thought that it went without saying. Alright, you do all that, all is forgiven, we're golden. But if you don't, a lot of innocent people are going to get hurt. Unless you want blood on your hands, you do this, you hear? For the love of God, please just do it. Well, yeah! What is this? Also, I'm kind of curious how this is all going to turn out, because my whole plan is to, you know, blow this place sky high. The security guard and the LCT tech are locked in a heated exchange. They don't seem to notice your approach. What you're telling me is this. You were working on our LGT box, and then all of a sudden everything magically overloaded and went to hell, taking our communications along with it. And you had nothing to do with it. Look, pal, you are the security guard. I'm the technician. For the last time I'm telling you, this was not my fault. Yeah, but you were poking around in there. I wasn't even working on the power systems, you dolt. How could I have done anything to the power grid? It doesn't work like that. I don't like your attitude, lady. I don't like your face, idiot. Everybody increases volume ferociously. Within a few seconds, they're screaming at one another. Well, good luck with that. The loitering halls of that technology facility stand in the sharp contrast of Megacorp's unsavory reputation. Everything in here screams money, from the mirror polish on the floor to the obsidian inlays on the walls. The generators and the Bloodline project lie somewhere beneath your feet. Impressive work. You made it into the facility completely undetected. Not seeing any comm chatter about the security breach. In addition, the sabotage of the ASI's power grid has thrown the entire facility in disarray. Even if you are discovered, wouldn't be any response, would be disorganized at best. I have marked elevator on your PDA. I'm starting making your way here if you are as the most efficient path to reach the objective. Best of luck. Go ahead and save it here, that way. The off chance something happens. Oh god. Of course. Alright, dang it. Dang it. And check out. Alrighty then. Lockers are stuffed with spare night uniforms. So the uniforms! Your teammates said about struggling into the complicated and ill-fitting uniforms. Because I don't know about you, but nothing says as technology security like walking around in knight errant uniforms. Minutes of cursing and a couple of popped rivets later, your job is done. You take a moment to examine your team and nod in satisfaction. You look like a group of authentic knight errant security officers. Well, that was handy. I'm all for avoiding a firefight if we can get away with it. Good find, Chief. Yep. Run around here first. They picked up any air guys here, but then with the power loaded, what's happened? They tell you guys anything about what's going on? So check on you. So, how you doing? CID, reach for it slowly. I don't have it yet. Shoulder open. Prepare for combat. Dang it! Let's try that again. I can do it. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah. This is annoying. Alright, get the hell out of here. Didn't I hack this? Could have sworn I hacked the security cameras. I did hack the security cameras. What why? Like my hacking of the security cameras didn't work. Whatever, doesn't matter, I guess. Activate the terminal. Terminal's first life for scan of the contents reveals little value. Find a message that catches their attention. 2 Magier, Fatima J. 2 Lange Cattage. Cattage, I've got some pretty concerns about the new project. Don't know what they're doing downstairs, not exactly anyway, but I'm pretty thoroughly creeped out by some of the inventory requests they've been coming up with to my desk recently. When we decided to sign on to this technology, we talked this over. We knew the company's reputation and said it could be handled whatever came our way. But this, I don't know. The last order crossed the line. We'll release your steam with a bulk order of gags, restraints, and 500 liters of hydrochloric acid. I've got to run. Just got the message over the comm. Looks like Central wants to see me about something. I'll catch you back at your apartment later tonight. Let's talk about. So for a little bottle of wine, I know that I can use it. F. Just a guess, Chief. I'm thinking that she never got to enjoy that glass of wine. Yeah. Yeah, I get that feeling too. What? Well, that didn't do anything. And looks like coming in here was a waste of time. All right. Decker, scan the terminal, scan the computer nonsense. Radiated donor list. Awesome. I'm guessing that's the executive I need to say the thing to. Damn it. I can do this. I can do this. I know I can. Come on. Thing, I guess it's important about something. Here, thing. God damn it. Alright, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I just suck. Maybe I can't do it. I feel like there's no way to get past this guy without him seeing you. Here. Dang it, if I had one more karma, I could get that and... Watch this guy for a second. Alright. He goes up here. Come on. Unless. Where's this going to take us to? How much karma are we going to have here? This is just entering the place, isn't it? That's what I thought. Never mind, bad idea. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, nothing I can do about it. Let's try this new gun of yours. Sneeze. And I'm back. We're looking at the manifest of spacing back and forth in his room. He locks eyes with you and you can feel the fear radiating out from him. You usually see that errant personnel wandering up in the pavilion. What's up? You have a mutual friend. They have a message for you. What are you talking about? Whisper in his ear. Your police project Vincent is going so well. Victor jerks back as though you slapped him in his face. He has gone white as a sheet. Friends wanted me to deliver this message to you in person, here in your office. I'm sure you'd understand. Yes, of course. Please, just tell our friends that I hear them loud and clear. And tell them that I'm making the call. I will. Stomach lurches slightly as the elevator plummets down into the bowels of the ice technology facility. A faint but omnipresent thumbing sound raises your hair on the back of your neck. The deeper you go, the more certain you become this place is vibrating with power, both from the generators and from something else. So far, so good. Your manufactured power outage is causing ongoing problems with both Knight Errant and Shadowrun. Unfortunately, your presence has been detected, despite they've been too disorganized to do anything about it. But make no mistake, they will be coming for you. Didn't make it back to the elevator in time, but I found another exit point. There's a security door near the generators. I will mark on your PDA. You are ready to make your egress. This will be your best call. Expect heavy resistance. Good luck. Door slides open, revealing a surprised-looking young man at was waiting from. He steps towards you, weapon drawn. Stop. Who are you? Identify yourself. My name is Mueller. Knight Errant sent me. See some ID. Didn't show you anything. Central has concerns about your loyalty. What? We've never done anything to... Skip it. If you know what's good for you and your career, you'll double time it back to your supervisor. If you're sure, then why haven't we heard anything over the comms about it? Comms are run on Power Lady, and in case you hadn't noticed, the power's out. If you thought to have the ominous Red Lady might have clued you in on that one. Come to think of it, I haven't heard anything comm chatter in a while, so I guess that makes sense. Let's just leave, I have important things to do. You know, Knight Errant, I don't know who you are, but you just made a huge mistake. Well, I tried. Okay. Lightning bolt. This, the lady just exploded. Keep moving, you're almost there. When you reach the control panel for the generator's password, X-Toll should allow you to disengage the safety overrides. Good job, dub and get out, my friend. It's the only way on our time before the security personnel arrive. I'll be waiting for you back at the Creep Bazaar. Amsel out. I thought it was going to be a pretty stupid idea going into that room. I guess it's not. Alright. Let's do this. Ah! There. Probably a terrible idea, but so we'll see where it goes. Screw it. Better bring him up just in case. Well, that was a waste of time. The register contains records of all data pertaining to the facility's day-to-day operations. Scan the note for pay data. Cursory exploration of the data search turns up nothing of value. There's hundreds of logs files, the majority of which contains spending and logistics reports. You're about to turn away, we find something interesting. A power consumption log. The location of Danny's power tap is highlighted in red at the top of the page. Alter the log file. You update the records pointed away from the power tap. The cafe kid should be safe for now. Yay. I was kind of hoping that was going to be the one thing for the shotgun valve and or whatever it was. I don't hear that chant back over there. That's right, I saw you. Really? Line of sight's blocked? Okay, whatever. Sniper rifle, you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. Yay. I guess I sent that drone in, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. That is a lot of dudes. Bagalock for voice print recognition system has been affixed to the door. According to the AMSL, Frau Mueller has already logged your voice print with the system. There's only one way to be sure, okay? Open up, authorization. Access is granted. The door slides open, revealing a group of four figures wearing green cloaks. The tallest of the figures stands just in front of you, a slight smile on his face. His eyes full of intelligence and malice. The last our intruders arrive. You are Shadowrunners, here on a job. That much is obvious. So tell me, who sent you here? Ask me again nicely. Blood Mage paused a moment and then inspected you. Such insolence, such hubris, so very, very foolish. You will answer my question, best whether you want to or not. Mouth twirls, twists in a cruel smile in a single motion. He pulls a knife from his belt and draws it along his forearm. The blade leaves a single stripe of bright red. Smiling begins to chant. When you reach your weapon slowly, but much too slowly, a horrible twisting sensation racks your gut and blinding pain ignites behind your eyes. You struggle to keep your footing, you hear grunts of pain all around, your teammates doubling in agony. The Blood Mage stands impassively, his lips slightly parted. Whispering chant spills from him. Every syllable is like another dagger in your stomach. Your tongue feels strangely thick in your horror as it begins to move on its own accord, crawling, probably straining against the roof of your mouth, struggling for release. Somehow you've got to instinct level, you know that the sensation will only continue to get worse. You know what speaking the truth is the only way to stop it. Suffer through it. The pain is hideous, but you're tough as nails. You ignore it. Let your mind go elsewhere. It works only just barely, and the pain is getting worse. Though you feel it maddening and compulsive desire to tell the truth, you know that if you act now, you'll eventually give in. Just a matter of time. Struggle through the pain. All right. Said it before, and I'll say it again. Geek the Mage! Always geek the Mage. See, kids, that is why you always geek the Mage. You never know when he's going to try that weird mojo stuff and start making you do things you don't want to do and say things you don't want to say. Well. Where are you? Guy's gonna save you. So calm down. Elsewise, this ain't gonna be going too well. Let's do this. right there. This thing. Terminal's been locked. Doesn't seem to be back. Way to unlock it from here, but concern is the number of total terminal rooms. In theory, a Decker could probably enter the lab's dedicated Matrix server and unlock the terminals from there, but this would almost certainly raise an alarm. Well, that's what we're doing. All right. Go this way. Nope. Doing it. Gonna blow up next to you. Or not. Something hits. Really? Terminals have lost his life, and your approach reminds of technical information you can figures fill the screen. Unfortunately, none of this written language you understand. Copy for later analysis. Alright. Okay, I honestly thought this was the thing that I had to do. Great. Had I known that, I would have been doing other things. Great, great, great. I'm an idiot. Yep. Nice brothers. Features prompt. It was a single ride. Ah, crap. Okay, what was it? Exodol? Alright. As well, generator operator is not recommended. You do it. Overload the generators. Process command is high pressure. The terminal back to the facility is checking ground under your feet. Generator imminent, please evacuate the facility. Let's done it. Come on, Chief. Let's listen to the nice lady and get the hell out of here. I agree. explode. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Got that just in time. Just in time to avoid that HTR. Gradually, the ringing in your ears clears and the world comes into focus. The generator overload did its job. Just as Frau Mueller said it would, the ice technology facility has been reduced to smoldering crater, strewn with a chaotic jumble of cracked marble, melting plastic, and broken support beams. You can barely make out the faint wail of approaching sirens. They're still far away, but they won't be for long. Wow, Chief. That was intense. It sure was, Blitz. It sure was. I think I could handle, of course, but that was a little more dramatic than I was expecting. There's level in S technology facility, Blitz. Intense barely begins to cover it. Yeah, I guess that's true. Blitz steps back, blinking a sudden gust of wind, kicks smoke and dust in the air. Approaching the sirens go louder, they're now accompanied by another sound, a whine of approaching rotocraft. What they were doing in there was wrong, more than that was terrible. They had to be stopped, and we stopped them. It's as simple as that. We'll talk about this later. I don't want to be here when those response vehicles arrived. Come on, let's get back home. Yay. We completely kerplotted an entire thing. Memories of the explosion that toppled the ice technology facility keep you company on your ride back to the crew bazaar. You barely managed to outrun the blast. Now the facility lies buried under thousands of kilograms of twisted rebar, reinforced concrete, and no doubt considerably below the ice technology activities here in Berlin. Mission successful. It's time to get paid. I agree. Alrighty then. Alright. Let's go get paid. Isn't it? I know. Here? Thank you for your services as a sign appropriate. We've decided to reward you a piece of biotech that will... Alright. We should take advantage and go see whatever... have no time to waste. Else money, we need that information. Get to the rabbit hole and hurry back. Let's find Claire before Firework finds us. Full page information, I can't read it, but let me see. These files, I can't read them. But I have my suspicions, I believe that you walked out of the facility with the very information Frau Muller wanted you to destroy. I strongly suggest you delete this. What Mueller told us, information is dangerous, but if you're determined to know what it is, you try to tell us longer Algernon. I have no doubt that you can translate it for you. Alright, see what Algernon has to say about this data. Ever since smiles upon you with from the counter, the light catches her hair, such a way it looks like you spun gold. I can help you. I'm gonna buy some magic. That's all I needed. Alright. I was hoping she'd tell me some more stuff. Algernon, you know what this date is? You take a look at this foreign language. Of course, if you will. This is an abomination. You would do well to delete it. What is it? Nothing that should exist, but you're looking for specifics. You will continue to ask until you have them. The impertinence of youth. Very well then, I will provide you with the knowledge that you seek. There is a great power in blood. It can be used to focus battery or a brigade. The blood mages of Tenochtitlan were widely feared for their proficiency in abusing this power. This project, this bloodline, seeks to abuse the power of blood in a novel and horrifying way. With the technique described in the document, a spellcaster could use a person's blood as a magical conduit. In layman's terms, a spell could be channeled through a father to kill his son, through the niece to kill her aunt, anyone with a hereditary connection to the original target, regardless of distance. You see the ramifications of this. Do you understand what this means? With the project completed, there were techniques described within to be perfected. Nobody would be safe. You could run and hide, you could go to ground, you could bury yourself in a mile of concrete, it would not matter. As long as that technology could find a blood connection to their prey, they could target them, and that would be fatal. This is yours. You have my console, I'll leave the rest to you. Ah, god damn it. Let's delete it. Name of the Aztec technology. Switch finished. Client's response. A few months later, message popped on the screen. If you receive this message, I have fled the country or otherwise unavailable. Do not worry, you're still getting paid. I've made the appropriate preparations. In any case, thank you for helping me. Please do not attempt to contact me again. As far as the world employer is concerned, I am buried under a ton of rubble. It is best that I remain that way. Inelves Jimenez, aka Frau Mueller. A moment later, second message pops into your inbox. Payment details. Payment: 36,000 yuan, deductible for crew salary, 906,000. 96,000. 9,600. Ah. Communication supply cost, 2,400. Automatic deduction Alice fund, 18,000. Remaining account, 6,000. Transfer complete. So that's the Alice fund. Shadowlands BBS. Claim payment data. Thread kaboom. You feel that shake a few hours ago? Not an earthquake, as the facility went sky high downtown. Boom. Can you see the smoke from here? A friend of mine down there says it was a power spike that blew their generators. I doubt it. Only Shadowrunners could have pulled that. Maelstrom. You're kidding me. That huge one that sprung up 6 months ago? That's supposed to cost millions to build. Jast. If it was runners, hope they got major payday. Now, no way I'd go in there without a trunk full of ammo and a mage watching my back. Ruby. Honestly, the power spike version sounds more likely. It's walked past the facility and they have a guard posted there 24/7. It's not. You mentioned the automated turret system backing them up. No way someone would get paid to waltz through that shisa. No way. Lumens. All right. Well, looks like we got a lot of money. Now I get that karma that I could have used to do the thing. All right, whatever. Well, I guess with that we're at time. So yeah, I kind of get the feeling next week we can start that Alice thing, and probably we'll start the last mission, I guess. Or maybe there'll be something else will get thrown in there that I didn't expect. Either way you look at it, we'll find out next week. Thank you everyone so much for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.